Before we do, can we put you on the spot and ask you to come back later when we have this all-star jam? Is there a chance you...
I think that you would have to, it would take wild horses to keep me away. Stand up. They want to see your back more than they want to see my face. Okay. I don't want to see your back.
My name is Mark, and I've come from London, England, for the weekend. And I will, first of all, I want to say a very, 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 very big thank you to you and the guys, because the first record I ever possessed as a child was a Monkees record, and it made me do what I do.
The first record I ever monkeyed was Possessed.
And it made me do what I do, which is, I've run a record label now for 19 years. It's called Wall of Sound. And I wanted to come here to say thank you.
You wanted to come here to sign me up, right?
Well, we can talk about that. Okay. What I have done is I've done a tribute EP called the Post Fab Four, where I've got some bands to cover some songs for you, and all the proceeds are going to David's charity. So I'll give you a copy of that.
Give it to him, I never touched the stuff.
Okay. It will be available online in a week or two, so everybody can buy it, and the money will go to David's charity. And I just, I don't know what to say now. Okay. I want to ask you a question. If there were 3 people, moments, songs, things that made you do what you do, what are they?
You know, I will tell you that, for starters, one of the things that made me there's a movie, a Danny Kaye movie called The Court Jester. And I finally showed that to my beloved partner, who kind of wants to keep it quiet, so we won't. But she said, when we were done watching the movie, she said, "Oh, now I see." Like, you know, the whole thing about Danny Kaye, it being suave one minute and just a total doofus the next. Well, I don't know about the suave part, but, you know, hey, I'm telling you, I'm seriously suavish. I'm a suave, I speak suavish. The utter buffoonery and the jokery and the production of the movie, it was just right up my alley. And the great scene, I don't know if you remember, there's a scene where these 2 guys are going to walk down the lists before they have a joust or a duel of some kind, and a lightning bolt strikes one of their armors and magnetizes it, and the 2 of them are walking down the way, and they keep clanking into each other. All the time they're trying to remember the story about where's the poison. The fellow with the poison's in the chalice from the palace. The vessel has a brew that is true. Wait a minute, there's been a change. The chalice from the palace has the pellet with the poison. The vessel with the pestle has the brew that is true. And these 2 guys, having each learned a little bit of this, tried to clank, clank, clank. I hurt myself laughing the first time I saw that, and I laugh every time I see that ever since. Okay, that's one thing. Pete Seeger for music, just the fact that Pete Seeger, because he came along when folk music was the interesting music of the day, between the 50s rock and the Beatles, when rock and pop music was awful. I hope nobody thinks everybody gets this. Taboo. Tutti Frutti? Oh, really? So there's all that music, and then, you know, just tons of artists who have contributed. So there's the music and the comedy, and I think that's about those 2 things. I don't think I can come up with a third. Yes, quickly.
A moment.
No moments? Nah, I can't come up with a moment. Sorry, that's it. Thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was the moment.